first thing is I have you in a very good position. Yeah, I have you ready and set. I know you wanted to talk to your dad.
Yes.
Yeah. So he says ready, set, go. And that must mean that you have gotten yourself into a position where you're ready to now take the next plunge, the next risk. He's very excited for you. That's my son. Are you his only boy?
Yes.
He says is my only boy. He says that you've managed to build a castle for yourself, but you need to know how to rule. Which means that you're coming into yourself, and you're doing such a good job. He's really proud of you. Yeah. I've got a boy and a girl. I got a little boy and a little girl. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Is it a boy and a girl?
No.
Interesting. So you got a girl coming.
A girl coming?
Yeah, you got another. Yeah. So how many kids do you have altogether?
One.
So I see you with two. You have the boy or the girl right now.
I have a girl.
Girl. So you got a boy coming then.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen because that's how it happened for my father.
Yeah.
Like he had my sister first, and then he had me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's so the sister can help raise the son, the brother.
Yeah, but I don't.
They want to keep an eye on. They want the girl to be bossing the boy around.
Yeah, I can see that, but I'm not that close to my sister.
It's okay. There must be a reason why growing up that the way it happened was supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that she would defend me, like if she saw me in a situation, but I can't call her and say, "Hey, I'm going through this and I need your help." I don't see that happening. Mm-hmm. Like as far as her wanting to be around my kids, I don't see that happening because it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So your father says that you're, he wants you to know that you don't have to worry. He wasn't alone. You make it sound like he was alone.
I make it sound like he was alone?
Yeah, you must be talking to him.
I do talk to him.
Yeah, and he says that I'm not, and you're not alone. You know, he was not alone, you are not alone. That you are surrounded by good people that you keep yourself very close to, very tight to. I don't understand what his other thing is that he says that you still have some fight in you. So he wants to thank you. You gave him such great words before he left. You were so kind to him and forthcoming, which means that you just laid your whole heart out to him. He says thank you. Yeah. He says that I like to say that when we pass, that the day that we pass is our new birthday into the next life.
Mm-hmm.
So he says he's having a good time. You know, he looks, I just have to understand this. He says he's got a real nice jacket on. I almost want to put him in a turtleneck, but he's looking really sharp. He's got some real nice slacks on, and boy, his shoes are shining. So he feels really good. I don't understand. He's talking about Mary. Who's Mary?
Mary?
Mary.
I don't know. Marie?
I hear Mary, but I don't.
Mary, I don't gotta marry.
So that might be something up there around him, whether it's friends of the family, neighbors, or a relative that But you can ask your family about that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So he says that he's been looking at you. He's been stopping in. Says, do you hear the bell ringing sometimes?
The bell?
A bell. There's a bell that rings.
Possibly.
Pay attention. If because that's him. You have an incredible. He says, I come into the house. I'm comfortable. It's warm. It's nice. you put a lot into this furniture and everything you got. You put your whole self into this place. He says you're finally feeling good about where you are.
$50-50.
Well, I'll tell you what, you worked pretty hard to get here today.
Yes.
And he's very happy with that. You even changed yourself after he passed. You saw a different light that you wanted and you went towards it. That comes with failure. In our lives we all fail.
Trial and error.
You know, but we don't really fail. We just figure out it's not for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we move on to the next. So you're doing really well. Yeah. Oh. You seem to keep questioning why he left.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact reason or the cause of it. I don't know. I mean, I spoke to him February 5th, I believe, at 11:30. I was just leaving work in the morning, and then there was a FaceTime call on iPhone, and then he spoke to my mom on her birthday, which is February 7th, and after he said happy birthday to her, then all of this just happened. And then I get a call from my mother, and she never calls me. I don't talk to my mother. So she called me, and she was like, in Spanish, she was like, "Is something going on with your father? It's like a brain thing or something. And don't panic." And she said, "You got to make your way to Jersey." And, my father was the only one I had, him and my daughter. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to travel to Jersey. And that's what I did. On the way there, I was, he'd been through so much that I'm like, he's going to get through whatever this is. Because he'd been through so much. Like, his legs amputated. He'd been through a lot of things that I'm like, wow. And he got through it. So when he didn't get through this, this whole thing just broke me. And I always bend. Every time I'm in a situation, I used to be homeless, not knowing where I'm going to sleeping at bus stops, not knowing where my next meal is.
That's why he says you're in a better place now.
Way better. But having people at the time that I knew were able to help me, that I gave my all to, and then when I needed a little bit of help, I couldn't get it. Yeah. So it's like all those situations made me bend. This, though, it broke me. Yeah. And that was my best friend. We spoke every day, me and my father. It's difficult. And today is the day that the hospital were like, "Oh, look," they said to us, "It's over. He's gone. If you want to come." The way that they handle him and the whole situation, I disliked it very much. Mm-hmm. They said, "Oh yeah, come look through the glass and say your last goodbyes." I did not like that. That bothered me a lot. And even when he was in the casket, I wanted to hug him. I wanted to touch him, but I was advised not to. I told him that I'm going to keep his name up. Me and his name is the same. And I wanted to change my name before because I just felt like I'm not close with my family. So 10 years ago, I'm like, I want to change my last name. And I wasn't close to any of them. But later on in life, I'm happy I never did it. But later on in life, I love my name now. I wish I was able to tell him that when he was here. Look, I'm not going to change my name. I know he can hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you all day.
But, I'm not going to change my name. Good. I'm going to have a son. I want to name him after me. I told him I'm going to keep his name alive, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, it's going to happen that way.
Yeah. Well, he's very strong where he is. One of the greatest things about your father is his heart was so big that his heart actually wasn't the thing that went, actually. In his eyes, it was, actually, I shouldn't say it that way, but there was, as far as the hospital was concerned, there was a different type of, poison through his blood. And it wasn't the hospital that did it to him. It was actually something that has been well deep-seated in his body for a very long time. That was just a matter of time that was going to happen to him. The hospitals at the time, based on COVID, a lot of people feel the same way you do. Absolutely. But when he told me in the beginning, as he says, I'm not alone, nor are you. That means that you're feeling very lonely in what you're doing in this world right now, but you shouldn't be. You don't need a room of people to agree with you. You don't need a room of people to believe that what you believe in. All you have to do is have faith in yourself. And that's one thing he always wanted for you. You carry that faith. That's how you got here today. You have faith in self. And faith in self is your religion. Took you a long time to get to your religion. And we're not going to break that now. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have this wonderful direction. And the greatest thing is he's not going to ever give up or give in to you. Oh, he's always going to be pushing you on your path. And you're going to be doing the same for your children as well. Yeah? Who's Michael connected to you?
Michael?
Mm-hmm.
My ex-girlfriend, her son name was Michael.
And did he know Michael?
Yes.
So Michael's going through some problems right now?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't talk to my ex.
There might be some things going on.
She's in Buffalo. They're in Buffalo, and I have no idea.
That's okay. There must be a connection there that maybe you're to compare your life with the life you have now.
Compare that life that I had to the life now.
Mm-hmm. In comparison, if you compared your life when you were taking care of Michael, right? Because you were part of that. Where you are today is totally different.
Yes.
And so he's thankful for that change that you made.
I love that because I always said, like, when my father was here, I told him that I was unhappy there. I was unhappy in that situation for a very long time. I was getting disrespected. And he knew that. Like, I would speak to him about it. And that's crazy to hear that. That's crazy to hear that he's happy that I'm not, going through that.
Yeah.
That's amazing to hear.
Yeah. So, so that you know, he said the bright light came down and I was going for it. Said there was it was okay. I feel better. My body doesn't ache anymore.
Yes.
His body was really hurting him.
Yep.
He says that I'm a real happy guy, and I know I'm not here. I'd be happier here with you, but to be happy in this beautiful place.
Yeah.
And to see you someday again is huge for him. There's no separating that.
Yes.
So I see this big, I see a chain around his neck, and I see this cross. Do you know why the cross is coming up besides faith in self? Do you have your father's cross?
No. I wish.
He wore a cross, didn't he?
I mean, probably when me and him were way younger, but like right before he passed, I don't recall him wearing a cross. I recall him wearing it's like necklaces that have like different colors on them. It looked like beads almost.
Okay.
And it's like some type of religion that him and my mother practiced. It's called Santeria.
Okay, so it's symbolic. It's symbolic of a cross, symbolic of religion.
Yes.
So these are important. You might need to replicate them. Maybe,
like I should wear them?
Yeah. I think you need some energy for some boosting. Because you're coming up with some really interesting things right now. Is this business you want to start?
Like in that type of...
No, just...
Is there a business I would like to start? Yes.
So your father wants you to have more faith in self, more something symbolic to look at, right? And to follow this path of becoming that business person. Yeah.
I started a podcast and I didn't do the first episode yet, but I would like to make that a business.
Good.
Because I do love to talk. I'm extremely talkative.
Yeah.
People tell me all the time, like, you have a good voice for podcasts and radio and stuff. And I would love to do that.
Well, YouTube, get a YouTube channel before the podcast.
Yeah, I've already had a YouTube channel for years.
Get people up there.
Yeah.
That's a moneymaker.
Mm-hmm.
So, your father says he's been watching everything that's, going on. He says your daughter's starting to she's got a little mouth on her. Nice though. I mean, she's expressing herself.
Yeah.
And he says that she's too cute. Yeah. She loves you. She doesn't want to be without you. So you're gonna have to stay as close as you can to your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a necessity.
Yes, it is. Yeah. He says you want to paint her bedroom?
I would love to.
Yeah, he says he's listening to conversation.
I want to, like, if I had a place in New Jersey that I could go to, like, I would love to work for that and be close to her. Like, get a 3. It's crazy because I was saying this out loud the other night, and I was like, I would like a 3-bedroom or something, and I could paint her room, I could paint my room, stuff like that. I mean, I would love that.
Well, you keep saying it out loud so it comes true, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Driving my favorite car, the Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, there
Like,
you go.
I would love that. That'd be
Yes.
amazing.
So your father is listening to your conversation, and he's having a wonderful conversation back with you. He wants you to know that he's keeping an eye on you. Yeah? He says, remember where I used to take you all the time? It's down by the water.
The beach?
Yeah. there's
South Beach.
a little bridge. Did you walk over the bridge?
We drove over the bridge to Staten Island.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
talking about, he was so happy.
Yeah, I was
That was
very
his-
happy.
Yeah, it was one of his best times in his life.
Yep.
He was very, 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 very happy to have you as a son. Very, very.
He was
proud.
the greatest.
Yeah. He says, well, I'm just gonna say this to you, because he's saying it to me.
Please.
Yeah. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right here. So, when you want, you just talk. I'll talk back to you. I'll leave you some signs. But don't think that I'm not right there beside you just because you can't touch me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? He always taps you. So that you understand, when you're doing something, all of a sudden your dad pops into your mind. He's done this, walked into the room. Boom, Dad. He's physically in the room with you. He likes to bother you every now and then. He says you got to change the music every now and then. He'll stay longer if you change the music.
Yeah.
So apparently you're listening to some things he would rather hear. He's being funny. Sorry.
That's okay.
He'd rather hear paradise music, music that's like you're on a tropical island somewhere. That's the steel drums on. He's having fun with you.
Okay.
He says he was there for your birthday. He wants you to know. Wants to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
He says that he didn't think that he didn't think he'd be so old as a father. He says, I'm old, but you're getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that you've managed to get through a lifetime of adventures. And you're pretty young in comparison to most, that you've already lived a pretty full life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say. I've been
Yeah,
through a lot.
Yeah, and he almost calls you, like when you were little, like the old man. You have an old soul.
Yes.
Yeah, loved it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I definitely have an old soul.
Boy.
People tell me, "Oh, or what? You're old. You're very mature for your age." So yeah, they think I'm way older.
Yeah. So he says you got this piece of paper that tells you how smart you are. Now, do you have a diploma of some sort?
No.
Well, what's funny is he's getting your goat, right? So if it's extremely opposite, he's having fun with you. Because were you thinking about going back to school?
Yes.
So he wants you to have a diploma. So he's having fun with you.
Okay.
You can't hide anything from him.
Yeah.
You know now, right?
I'm not trying to.
There you go.
I want him to see everything, the good, bad.
He sees
Hopefully
it all.
more good times than bad, but
Yeah, he sees it all.
yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about the pies. I don't understand. Did he used to make some real good pies? Or did you used to go to the same place to get the pies?
He's probably talking about Wonder Bread. When I was very young, he used to take me and my sister to Wonder Bread to go get pies. Absolutely.
Yeah, so he's
Blueberry pie, apple pie,
Yeah.
lemon pie.
so he's and I know the exact pie that we're talking about. He's talking about
Table talk.
yeah.
Table something is the name of the pies.
He says, those were some of his favorite times, Like
I remember that.
you can't ever that is one of his favorite memories.
It was in Cranford, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he loves every minute of it.
Yep.
He says you have you're a very strong-willed individual. At times you need to listen.
To who? To what?
Either to your gut instinct or to someone who might warn you against things.
Mm.
And listen. Be patient enough to listen now.
Okay.
You've learned everything else. Now just listen, will you?
Yes.
Be good in relationships and it'll all come back for you. Yeah. He doesn't ever want you to be without. So he's trying really hard to give you kind of like the advice that you need to carry on a good life. And he was all for that.
He told me to write down 10 things that I wanted out of life, and I've done that already.
Good. Do it every year. All your goals every year. Then check off the ones every first of the year and see what you've accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make it history. Make it real.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you've been smoking.
I don't smoke at all.
There's some sort of smoking going on.
I don't smoke at all.
Could you figure out why he's talking about the smoking? Is somebody else in the household smoking?
Not at all.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't hang around people that smoke. I don't even hang around people really. I mean,
Then I would use that as something that if somebody does come into your life as a friend, that I would stay away from the smoking.
yeah.
You'll understand it when you're in the middle of it.
I was around someone that was smoking today, so I went to go get a tattoo from a tattoo shop, and they gave me the runaround, and there was 2 women outside smoking a cigarette, and it was very nasty to me, so I stood away from them. But that's the only thing that I can remember about smoke. I don't stand next to it. Cigarette smoke is very nasty. Weed smoke is very nasty. I'm not into none of that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if what might happen is that you will understand to use it as your sign, a sign from him.
Smoke.
Smoke.
So when I see
So today,
smoke,
when you stood away from those women, probably a good thing. Not
Okay.
just because of the smoke,
yes.
but that it might be a sign for you to pay attention.
Okay.
Did you cook and make a lot of smoke in the house?
No. I cooked today, but it wasn't smoke.
Okay, good. It wasn't smoky. He's so funny how he wants to, like, just be able to communicate with you. It reminds me of smoke signals. Remember when the Indians did the smoke signals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pay attention. It's nothing bad. You just have to pay attention.
To smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay. I like weird.
Good.
I'm weird.
Yeah, me too. I am too.
I like weird.
Yeah, life's too short.
Absolutely.
You gotta embrace everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, he's mentioning something about you being on thin ice with someone. Are you not agreeing with someone in your life? Is this mother?
Is it my father's mother?
No. Is father's mother alive?
No.
No. Who is your mother alive?
Yes.
Are you on thin ice with her?
I mean, you could say I don't speak to her at all, so I have no
Oh, so
idea.
he's
I think
just
that's broken already.
Yeah, he's just talking about it.
He's
Your
talking
mother's
about.
going through. Maybe your mom's going through some stuff right now, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah.
My sister didn't tell me. I mean, I could call my sister after this and ask, but I don't know.
Yes.
And the mother of my child, I mean,
Thin ice.
it's always been that way though.
So he wants to talk about you being on thin ice with someone. If that's your daughter's mother,
If it is or it is.
that's what it might be. And we got to
Yeah.
figure out why you would be on thin ice.
I'm on thin ice.
Yeah. So she's impatient with you. Is that correct?
I think so. I would think so. But the feelings are mutual though.
Yeah, so your father just wants to make sure that you not talk as much as you do with her.
Okay, I can
Well,
see
that's
that.
interesting. Because she must have like hung up on you recently.
Yes.
So he was paying attention. That's the mother, that's the thin ice. You're on thin ice. Okay.
So what does that mean? Does that mean that I'm in trouble? What does that mean?
That probably means that you cannot use less words with her, because
Absolutely.
then all of a sudden it starts this large thing and your daughter ends up hearing it.
Absolutely.
And if we're always going to be on thin ice, then let's stay on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not cause more than what's already there.
Okay.
And I think he's just watching out for you.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah.
I even regretted how I handled that situation, because I'm like, I should have just stayed shut. I mean, like I should have just stayed quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to, be on the phone going back and forth. I didn't
Right.
have to do that.
No, you don't have to defend yourself.
Absolutely. Especially not with her.
Right, and on top of that, remember that you have till your child gets married and has their children, that you'll still have to interact somewhat with this individual.
I don't see how.
Well, your daughter's gonna want you at her wedding.
Absolutely, but I don't have to see her though.
No, but
I mean, I don't have to go up and speak to her.
no, you don't. But you do have to deal with your daughter,
No, absolutely.
and we want to make sure that. And this is your father speaking,
Yeah.
right? He wants you to know he's paying attention. And he says that the little one's been watching these interesting cartoons. And why is he talking about Roger Rabbit?
I have no
This
idea.
is an animation.
I know what that is, but I don't watch it.
Weird. I don't know why he's. Alexa, off. Who's Roger?
I don't know a Roger.
You don't know a Roger?
Nope.
So this might be something that comes up. Don't know why, but I have to give it to you either way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know a Roger.
Yeah, he doesn't ever want you to take away the things that you love.
I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, so we want to hold on to the individuals that you care about. And, you know, just for the sake of it, I would watch Roger Rabbit just to see if there's a sign in there that he's trying to give you.
Okay.
Don't, you know, I mean, couldn't hurt. He wants you to go to school.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for adjusting his picture. You have a picture hanging up on the wall, or is it on the table?
I don't have a picture of him hanging up.
Well, somebody's fixed that picture. And again, if it's extremely opposite from what is going on, that means that this is something you have to have. How do you get his picture?
I got a picture of him, but it's like the what is it? A obituary?
Yeah.
I can get a photo of him though.
Yeah.
I'll get it from my sister. I wanted to get some of his clothing. I wanted to get things that remind me of him. And when I go to New Jersey next time, I was gonna go pick that up from my sister.
So it's funny how he might be be joking around with you because you need a picture of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because your daughter needs to know his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
She should know.
Yeah, she was hanging out with him. Us three, we were hanging out on her birthday.
Oh, see, the birthday comes up again. Lots around the birthdays, huh?
2021. And then the next month is when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, got a T-shirt with a really nice design on it. He's got this wonderful T-shirt on.
Me?
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
Can you see what it looks like?
Well, I can't. It's almost like I can't understand it. It's almost like I would take him for a naval or a service guy, with big, bold, powerful fists on it, and just strong guy. Wants to make a statement. And right here, is that where you wanted that tattoo?
No.
What's right here?
I don't have tattoos right here.
This is where you would put service. Where are you gonna put the new one?
Someone told me earlier that I should put a tattoo right here.
Oh, so he was listening to conversation. Yeah.
Yep. It was supposed to be a skull. And she told me, hey, your neck cut, I got a tattoo today. Gemini.
Oh,
And she
Gemini.
Yeah? When is your birthday?
16th. June 16th.
Mine is the 15th of June.
Stop.
Yes. Absolutely. And my girlfriend's birthday is June 14th. And she's outside.
She's the one who got you in here,
Yep.
huh?
14, 15, 16. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. They're the best. Geminis are
I
the
love
best.
being a Gemini.
I love being a Gemini.
Love it.
You have artistry.
I love it.
You have culture. You have music.
We're the best.
Yep. You have writing.
Mm-hmm.
You have visual.
Mm-hmm.
You have this sense of world, and you carry it with you, and you carry it on your sleeve. You carry it here. You carry your hurt here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of times we're heartbroken.
Yep.
And we can't do that anymore to ourselves. We have to.
Not at all. I've experienced that too many times.
Yeah, you know when to be good to people.
Yes.
And you know when to help. And
Mhm.
it takes, I'm 50 some odd years old here, and it took me a long time to understand my level of help and my level of, expertise. That you're no different. But you see the world in a different place. That's why you're misunderstood a lot of times.
Mhm. I do feel like I'm misunderstood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think when Father says, buck up, buddy. Do it.
Tattoo?
Mm.
Tattoo of what? A fist? 2 fists?
I don't know why he's got a fist. I don't know why. Was he in an organization?
Yeah.
Was the organization a fist? Well, that would be like Black Power, though.
Yeah, he wasn't in anything like that.
No, but then it would but
He was a mason. He was in the masonry.
then it would be the hands with the
It'd be the all-seeing eye. The pyramid with the eye on it and the template. I think that's what it's called. Masonic template, something like that.
Yes, yeah, yep.
But I can't get that tattooed on me though, because I would have to be a mason. Whether my father's a mason or not, I heard that the rules are,
I love it.
if you aren't a mason, then I would love to wear the jacket. I can't do any of that though because I'm not a mason. So
You'll figure it out.
yeah.
But he's got a great I don't know why. Well, that would be, I would look up what this would mean. I don't understand, but look it up.
Okay.
All right, see if there's something other that he's trying to tell you.
Mhm.
But he's a good guy. I'm sorry, he's going through something I don't understand. So who's Margaret to you?
Margaret?
Yeah,
I don't have a Margaret in my life.
I know Peggy.
No.
Interesting. He's going. So this must be people around him
Okay.
that are helping him.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Joey. Who's Joe? To your father.
I never heard of a Joe.
No, Joseph.
No, not that I know of. Wait. He had a friend that he would go see and cut trees with.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? I don't think it was Joseph though. It used to be in Union, New Jersey.
Then there's
I know
Lou. Who's Lou?
Lou?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lou is a guy that I grew up with. It's a Cuban guy. Yeah, we call him Fat Lou.
Yeah, he's a crazy guy.
He is.
Yeah.
Did he say his name?
Your father said his name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know who Lou. I know Lou.
So your father wants you to do an awful lot of things to become more solid and more grounded.
Yes, I need that.
And he wants you to start right away and to be that individual. And if it's a reminder of who you are, you wear it well.
Mm-hmm.
You wear it the right way,
Mm-hmm.
he says. You'll know when you're in the middle of it what he's talking about. You know?
Yeah.
And the only other thing is, you don't have to worry. He wants to make sure that your guilt is put aside.
Okay.
He just wants to make sure that you don't hold anything anymore.
Yeah, I was holding the fact that I was in Buffalo and he was in Jersey and I wasn't there with him when all of this took place. And I feel really bad about it.
He says that you are not in control of any of it.
Yeah.
And he wants it over and done with. He says, this is it now. Tomorrow's going to be a different day for you.
Okay.
No more. I am your father. That's all that matters.
Hmm.
I love you. We
I
are
love you too.
kindred spirits.
Who? Say again?
Kindred spirits. You are kindred spirits.
What does that mean? I'm
Means
sorry.
you believe
Okay.
the same.
Okay.
You act the same. You think the same. You do the same.
Hmm.
You were born into that family. You were born because of him.
Absolutely.
So you are him.
Yes. I tell people all the time, my father living through me.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people that all the time. I would want to do things that he like. I want to listen to music that he like.
Kindred spirits.
It's very difficult though because I know he liked those songs. I was in a vehicle with someone like an old roommate, and they were playing one of his favorite songs. I got in the car and I'm like, whoa, and I'm thinking that was a sign from my father. And then when he dropped me off at the mall, he went to Chick-fil-A and came back and picked me up. It was my father's other favorite song. I'm like, no way.
Oh yeah,
Like, this is crazy.
that's what they do.
So yeah, you know.
That's what they do.
And this guy that was playing it doesn't even listen to this kind of music. So I'm like, whoa, like you listening to hip hop? That's crazy. And then those two songs, my father played those. I grew up on those songs. Like when I was a baby, I was listening to him play these songs out loud. So yeah, it's crazy. Microphone Fiend and My Philosophy,
Oh really?
the songs.
Yeah. I see the records lined up. You know, so he's a good man.
Yes.
You're a good man.
Absolutely.
And from here on in now, we start a good clean slate, right? No more guilt. Just give him all your energy. Let him stay on Earth a little bit longer. He's there to protect your daughter. Yeah, your father is one of her protectors on the other side. So let's make sure you understand that he has a mission, and he will carry it through. Whatever else is in the past, only the good things should be talked about.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right. He likes that you honor him with this T-shirt again. He's bringing up the T-shirt. Did you have a T-shirt made for him or something? Did you buy him a T-shirt?
No, I don't think so.
Weird. It's just like he keeps showing me his.
Is it like a design tee?
Yeah, it's like really cool. It's like got an artist on it. You know, like an artist did it. Like
A shirt that I own right now. I'm trying to think.
nothing that he gave you.
No.
So it might be another sign for you to pay attention to. Maybe it's a shirt that's still to be had, you know, for you to have.
Probably from my sister. I would probably have to get it from her. If it's
Well,
like,
I would say that it's probably one of his favorites that you should get from her.
yeah, because I got him a shirt from Miami, Florida. And I brought it back to Jersey with me. It was like an Indian chief on it, a native, and it had like stars. It was an amazing shirt. That was one of the shirts I got with him. I used to have a lot of his shirts, but I ended up giving them back a while ago when he was alive.
Right.
Because he was running out of shirts because I was taking them. So I'm like, yo, I mean, when I was homeless and had nowhere to go, I would take some of his clothing.
Sure.
I would step outside with nowhere to go for hours. And then I would come back in the morning when the visiting hours were open to the public again.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through a lot.
Yeah. But you know, one of the greatest things is that our past always creates us as who we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And those who understand and really look at the world and see the world and know where you're supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
and you put yourself in this wonderful place that you are right now, you have to thank yourself. Thank him for getting you to this safe spot.
Absolutely. I think like that all the time. I'm like, I know my father like guided me to be right here. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful for what I have. I always think about like I would like this or I would like that, but I just got to be grateful for what I have. Not even just speaking materialistic things. It's just like being closer to my daughter, things like that. I wanted to go see her for her birthday, and I wasn't able to do that because her mother didn't allow me to, and that really bothered me.
You made sure you were able to talk with her?
No, I was.
Yeah.
She said hi. I said hello, and then she just started screaming over me. Her mother, quote unquote, just started screaming over the phone. So I'm like, all this time that you were screaming, I could have been talking to baby girl, but she makes it very difficult.
Yeah, and I think please keep your life to yourself, meaning she doesn't need to know anything about that.
Okay.
And also, don't, even if you have the greatest day, it's not really about telling her that greatest day because she gets jealous that you're having a great day and she's not.
Mm-hmm.
She's very miserable. I should say she's very against the world altogether. Your daughter, if the more you settle in to understand that all you want to do is talk to your daughter, then that's enough. What she gets in a hold of your emotions, she takes it away from you, and then she punishes you by not being able to talk to your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she's hurting you, but in reality, she's hurting your daughter.
Yes.
But you're smart enough, but she is not.
Absolutely.
So we have to handle it just a little different. Use different words,
Okay.
and use less words.
Yes. That's great
And-
advice.
Yeah, and just say, hey, how you doing today? I hope you're doing well.
Yep.
Hope you're having nothing but the highest and the best for you. Your father just says that he sees such a great world that you've created, that the only thing that can happen is the best of the best.
I love the sound of that.
So, lift yourself up, leave yourself there, no reason to come back down, stay real high,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy this time that you have on earth. All right?
Yes.
You promise me?
I promise.
Okay. I didn't do the timer for the second time. I'm just going to charge you for a half an hour, okay?
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. I want you to keep doing what you need to do to survive in this world at the same time, to become who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's all your father ever asked of you.
I need to do that.
He never got in the way of what you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
He just impressed upon you to have what you want,
Absolutely.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry he couldn't do more, he says.
No, it's okay.
He wanted to scoop you up and put you on. I mean, he held you in a pedestal anyways, but
Mm-hmm.
he really wanted to do more for you.
Nah, he's done a lot for me.
He thinks that you're a cool guy.
Nah, he's cooler than me.
He says, "No, you are."
Nah, that's my boy.
How about you both are cool?
Yeah, we're both cool.
I love him. I think he's awesome. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, honey, for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I know, you had something about not being able to get me in at a certain time or something like that, but you made time for me anyway, so that's special. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, you're very welcome. And there's always a reason. Tomorrow's going to be a different day for you. That's the whole reason why you're here. That's
Yes.
why your father got you here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And look for the dimes.
The dimes?
Yeah, he leaves you dimes.
Okay.
All right.
I found a lot of dimes.
Yeah, he leaves you dimes. But I want to point something out, which is kind of interesting that we're talking about coincidences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was supposed, I had a cancellation, and the person who canceled, her name was Julie,
Okay.
and Julie grabbed this. What is your girlfriend's name?
Julie.
Yeah, she contacted me after the cancellation. So Julie canceled, and a second Julie took the spot. You know, I gave it to her.
Mm.
So that's that's no coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Means that was meant to be,
Absolutely.
right?
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but it's only $60.
Okay. Am I able to pay with a card?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, I'm about to end this recording.
All right. So, can you read